A roaring American icon could temporarily become a quiet trickle. New York State may shut down most of the Niagara Falls on the U.S. side. The state says it needs to temporarily block the water to replace two historic bridges. Vinita Nair is at the falls with the incredible engineering feat that may be untapped. Vinita, good morning.
Good morning. You know, when you see and you hear these roaring falls behind me, it's hard to imagine that engineers could divert this much water. This is only 15% of the water. The Canadian side has 85% of it, but this plan could affect that side as well.
It's a view that'll take your breath away. More than 750,000 gallons of water gush over the edge every second. But for the millions of tourists who come to see Niagara Falls each year, they could soon be in for a big surprise.
Well, it makes us a little bit nervous when the feature attraction, the American Falls, has to be turned off, even for a short period of time.
Yes, turned off. The New York State Parks Department wants to divert the Niagara River to the Canadian side so it can replace two 115-year-old bridges. They've been closed to the public since 2004, rotted and rusted from a century next to the falls.
And either we replace them or they're going to crumble into the river. If they crumble into the river, we're going to have an environmental mess to clean up.
Damming the river would make the American side non-existent, while the Horseshoe Falls in Canada would become more intense. Local officials believe the dewatering could lead to more visitors seeking a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
The potential is huge for us to really build a successful, strategic, and directed marketing campaign around this activity.
But this isn't the first time the iconic falls have stopped flowing. In 1969, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers diverted water away from the American Falls for months to study the effects of erosion. Ultimately, the temporary dam was removed, along with millions of coins people had tossed in. And being in upstate New York, they can freeze during the winter, or appear to. In 2014 and 2015, during the polar vortex, huge ice formations grew out of the falls, but underneath, the water kept rushing. For locals, seeing this powerful icon waterless is a step in the right direction.
This is such a beautiful area. It's one of the wonders of the world. And finally, they are putting money back into this place.
If the project is approved, it would still take several years for the work to begin. We're talking about 2019, and officials would still have to secure about $37 million worth of funding. Nora, the one piece of advice we would have for the engineers: don't start the work in the wintertime.
Yes. It does look cold there indeed, yeah. Vanita, thank you so much.
Good advice. When you hear that they want to shut it off, you go, no, and then you hear why, and you say, please shut it off.
Right.
None of us have been.
I know.
What does that say? We need to go, y'all.
Road trip.
We need to go.
Online ticket brokers.
Live from Niagara Falls,
Yes.
Gail King.
Yeah, all by myself. Hey, Nora and Charlie, it's really
Special
nice.
report from I've been talking to the fish.
Thanks, friend. Thanks.